And that's something people don't take action on, right? Mentorship.
Like my whole life, I've always had mentors in everything. My first real mentor was like Reezy Resells, that YouTuber. And then my next mentor was Joel Kaplan. And then eventually I ran into Jeremy Minor, who you guys just had on.
Yeah.
And dude, just the stuff you learn from being around people who are 100 levels ahead of you. And I've experienced most of the stuff that people in their 50s have experienced just by being around older people.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, Austyn Crispell, but Austyn with a Y.
With a Y.
That is unique, man.
It is.
Did you ever ask your parents why they made that decision?
It's weird, actually. Every single person in my family, instead of having an I in their name, they have a Y.
No way.
Yeah. So I don't know. Just some weird thing.
So give me another example of that.
Like Danny with a Y.
Danny with a Y. Okay, I've seen Danny with a Y before.
Brianna with a Y instead of an I.
Oh, that's weird. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
So Brianna.
And then Brandon, instead of the normal Brandon, it's like BRANDY something. I don't know how to spell it.
Are you going to continue that tradition with your kids?
I could, man. I could, or I could just do some totally random names. Get them
some
bullied.
Elon Musk stuff.
Get them bullied to build up the character.
Yeah. Elon named his kid like some, I don't even know. Did you see that one?
XAE12.
The fact that you know that is impressive.
I made a reel one time. It was like because I make a bunch of like satire videos.
Yeah.
On Instagram, TikTok, and one of the videos was like, I'm gonna name my kid Bracket, classified and bracket.
Yeah.
And everyone's like threatening to call CPS on me. I'm like, I don't have a kid. I'm 20.
Yeah. I'm not opposed. I think getting bullied actually, because I got bullied, it could work to your benefit.
Definitely, dude. Dude, when I started making YouTube videos when I was like a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
So I was like 13-ish. And these videos were so bad.
Yeah.
I was like just documenting my entrepreneurial journey. Like I was watching Gary Vee. I was going to garage sales and stuff.
Classic.
And terrible videos. And people used to clown on me. I would be in the middle of the class. They would throw it up on the projector. And they would just like make fun of me in the middle of the class. But now those same kids are like asking me how to do things.
Facts.
So
yeah, I did that in middle school. I used to sing. Yeah. But horribly, obviously. And I would sing like Jonas Brothers songs, put it on YouTube.
That's classic.
And I would get bullied, bro. I would get hammered.
Dude, it's as if you can like just not listen to any of the critics and just keep doing what you're doing, like eventually you're gonna learn over time. Cause like I look back at my old videos and low-key I deserve to be bullied.
Yeah.
Like the stuff was really cringy. But the fact that I didn't listen to them and I just kept progressing and like building my own voice. Yeah. If I would have listened to them, I would never be where I'm at today.
You would have caved in. You would have been normal like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a skill to not listen to people.
Yeah. And look at you now. You're doing $130K a month, right? With the agency.
Yeah.
At 19 years old.
I'm 20 now.
Oh, 20. My bad. But at 19, you were doing $100K a month, right?
Yeah. It was it's crazy how all that happened.
I mean, that is nuts. And that happened within what time frame did you start the agency?
Well, the time frames are a little weird because like I started my first like social media client. For context, I make I create short form videos and long form videos for people on social media. And my first client was actually a free client. Back when I was 16. There was this guy who lived near me. His name's Reezy Resells. And this is when I was making no money. I basically DM'd this guy. I was like, hey, teach me how to sell on Amazon. Yeah. I'll work for free. And at 16 years old, I just worked for free for this 40-year-old guy. I didn't tell my parents because I'm kind of weird. So like every day after school, I would drive to this warehouse for this guy and I would just work in his warehouse for Amazon. He taught me how to sell on Amazon. First year I sold on Amazon, I made $200,000 as a 16-year-old. So that's when like my life really changed. But then after that, I was kind of just interested in like making videos. So one day I scripted up a video for him. We filmed it together. I edited it. We posted it on his TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And right when we posted it on YouTube, it got 11 million views.
Damn.
So I was like, okay, I guess I'm kind of good at this.
Yeah.
So I took that video and then I went to local businesses in my area, like a gym, a butcher shop, other places like that. I basically showed them that video. I was like, hey, like, let me try to do this for you. And then they started paying me $2,000 a month.
Oh, so the Ty Lopez SMMA strategy.
Yeah. I didn't even know Ty Lopez did any of that stuff. But okay. I just did that. And then I just built it up slowly over time. Then I ran into Joel Kaplan one time because his ads were just shoved down my face.
That's the GOAT right there.
And I opted in. And yeah, I just slowly built up from there. I'd say when I met Joel, I was making like 10K a month through my agency.
Yeah.
And in about 4 to 5 months, we got up to 100K.
Holy crap. So you 10X in 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's nuts. Because he's doing what, $1 million a month, Joel?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So just to be mentored by him, I mean, that makes sense. And that's something people don't take action on, right? Mentorship, coaching.
I think mentors are like my whole life, I've always had mentors in everything. Like not even just business. Like when I was a kid, you know, I'd have mentors, like football coaches, stuff like that. And then my first real mentor was like Reezy Resells, that YouTuber. He mentored me on Amazon and then eventually taught me a little more about YouTube and stuff. And then my next mentor was Joel Kaplan. And then eventually I ran into Jeremy Minor, who you guys just had on.
Yeah.
And dude, just the stuff you learn from being around people who are 100 levels ahead of you.
Yeah.
You learn so much. Like, I feel like I've lived and I've experienced most of the stuff that people in their 50s have experienced just by being around older people.
Absolutely. I could see that, dude. I only talked to him for an hour, but I just learned so much, and you're around him all day, every day, because now you're business partners, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, hats off to you, man. At 20 years old to be in that circle. You probably don't even hang out with kids your age.
No, bro. Dude, I don't hang out with anyone. All I do is I just make videos, man. I script stuff, film stuff, edit. I make music, and then I do some acting.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Oh, you act too?
Yeah,
Nice.
getting into it.
Cool. Yeah, Jeremy was talking about how he took acting classes to learn body language and tonality.
Yeah, dude. I think learning how to communicate is like one of the most important things. It's something that like I always struggle with because like I definitely have a little bit of like autism in me.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
A lot of people, entrepreneurs do, so I'm not surprised.
Like so it's been like I've always just struggled talking to people.
Yeah.
So it's learning, like reading books and how to communicate and stuff like that, I feel like has drastically changed my life for the better.
That's cool. Yeah. Because it was previously thought that if you had it, you're kind of screwed. But I feel like there's a new era of like mindset.
Yeah. Like it's a superpower.
Yeah. No, it's definitely changing. The narrative's for sure changing because before it was looked down on.
Yeah. But like if I was a normal kid and I was getting bullied in high school for making these cringy videos, I would have stopped. Right. So I'm glad I'm not a normal kid.
Yeah.
And I like wasn't able to listen to them.
That's true. And a lot of people pull views, but you're able to monetize, which is the cool part. Because there's people with millions of followers and they're broke. So what do you think you did differently?
There's a bunch of different ways to monetize and a bunch of different ways you should look at views on social media. So for example, someone like Jeremy Minor, who is a sales coach, you have to ask yourself, like, what type of views are we trying to get? For him, he's only trying to get views from people who are, you know, getting into sales or like they're selling and they're trying to increase their skill level as a salesman. So he really only needs to get views from salespeople. He doesn't need to get millions and millions of views for random ass stuff. Yeah. As long as salespeople are watching his video, they can buy from him. But it's different for someone like me who's, I don't sell anything on my personal like social medias, but I just make videos for fun. So I make skits to showcase my creativity. So for me, it's a lot different. Like I need a lot of views to get the ad revenue to monetize myself. And I make like, I made like 7K last month just off of ad revenue.
Off IG or YouTube?
Yeah, off of only TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
YouTube. So I don't like do brand deals or any of that. But I also, since I run this agency, I have an agency social media where I post about like social media tips. And the thing there is it's so niche that I don't need to get even 10,000 views to make a lot of money off of that. For example, I posted a YouTube video on my social media page, the Makai Media, and the YouTube video only got like 300 views, right? But those 300 views were all the people who I want to target and would buy from me. And that video alone made me 31K in new business.
Damn, off 300 views?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think so many people focus on the views like you're saying, but it's really the quality in certain niches.
Yeah, it's the quality of views. It's making sure you're targeting the right person.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, 300 views. And you don't even care because some people are like, oh, this didn't get views, like I'm deleting it.
Yeah, see, that's the problem is a lot of people try to go viral and they compromise that their audience by trying to go viral. So like if I were making a video where I was just trying to brain dump like all the stuff I know about social media to teach my prospects, and I was trying to brain dump, but I added in all this like stupid viral gimmicky stuff, my ideal client doesn't with that type of editing. They with those type of videos, right? They just want to see someone who is smart and knows what they do get right to the point.
Yeah.
They don't want to see all this like Mr. Beast style things.
Yeah.
So it's really important just to understand your audience. It's probably the biggest thing in marketing.
Absolutely. Walk me through your first viral video. How much time went into making it? What was the creative process? And how did you leverage that to go from there? Yeah,
the first viral video I made was actually for that guy, Reezy Resells, that got 11 million views. The process for that was I looked at his YouTube channel and he made videos about selling on Amazon. And like one of his most popular videos was him going to Target, buying a bunch of Nerf guns and then reselling on Amazon. Got like a couple 100,000 views. So I basically took that concept and I shifted it into something that we were doing in that moment, which was, this was during, so we were buying patio, since all the restaurants were shut down, we were buying patio heaters. We were like literally selling them out of Home Depot and then reselling them on Amazon for double the price.
Wow.
And he was able to do that where I think he spent like 17 grand and then we flipped it into 40 grand in a couple days. So I basically took that idea and I was like, okay, Reezy, I'm going to script out this video for you. We're going to talk about, the hook was, here's how I legally robbed Home Depot for $40,000. And the way I came up with that hook is because I was listening to a Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather interview because this was during the time where they were doing a fight. And Floyd Mayweather basically said the fight was legalized robbery.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And that clip went viral on social media. And everyone was talking about how legalized robbery doesn't make sense. So I was like, okay, this got a lot of traction on social media. Let me take this same idea, put it into a hook about selling on Amazon, and it worked out.
That's smart. So you're actually studying other viral content and kind of implementing some ideas from there.
100%, dude. Because if you don't post a lot for yourself, then you don't have a lot of data. So you have to go look at other pages.
Right.
What was that?
No, how often are you posting, that being said?
It differs for everyone. So like for Jeremy, like at one point we were posting 5 times a day, and then we go down to 3 times a day. Like for myself, one time I was posting 10 times a day.
Jeez.
But, dude, it's really like how much you can sustain. And then just looking at the data. So like I keep track of like all the views. And if I look at over a 2-month period, okay, we're posting 5 times a day, but we're getting the same amount of views of when I post once a day or 3 times a day. So it's like, okay, then is it really worth it for me to spend an extra 20 hours scripting and filming when I could just be, doing it way less and still getting the same amount of traction?
Wow. So you're spending 20 hours a week right now scripting and filming?
I used to.
Damn.
Like when I was a kid, when I was 16, I used to wake up, pull out my phone, think of 10 TikTok ideas, film 10 TikToks, and then post 10 TikToks. It would take up like 2 to 4 hours of my morning. But it was from doing that where I learned a lot of stuff about social media and short form content. Yeah.
It seems like IG Reels is kind of taking over right now. Do you agree?
Yeah. There's every platform like has their moment, and Instagram Reels is huge. TikTok has slowed down a little, but like if you get one video to pop off on TikTok, it's really good.
Yeah.
What I've noticed recently is YouTube Shorts pops off. Dude.
Really?
Because there was a point in time where I wasn't posting shorts on YouTube, and like 2 weeks ago, I decided to just start posting YouTube Shorts again.
Yeah.
So I scheduled like 2 weeks worth of shorts, and in 2 weeks, I grew 60,000 followers.
Holy crap. I
went from 8,000 to, I checked this morning, I'm at like 75K.
That's
subs.
impressive. And was that the unethical ways to make money clips?
It's a bunch of stuff. It was just like, it was like the unethical ways to make money. It was like me doing like fake podcast clips where I'm just saying, like,
I've seen that.
And then it was also just like clips of me on other pods.
Nice. The unethical ways to make money. How did that start?
Dude, I don't remember. That was so long ago. I don't even know what part I'm on because every time I make a video, I just make up the number.
The fact that you're even finding these methods is impressive at this point.
Yeah, dude.
You've done so many.
I don't even remember what the first one was.
I saw the fake Pokemon card one. That one was hilarious. People were commenting like, "Oh, you'll get arrested if you do that."
Yeah. Dude, what happens is I just I go about my day and I just have like a notepad on my phone, and every time I think like, "Oh, that's a up way to make money," I just write it down. And then what happens is like once a month, I look at that notepad and I'm like, okay, can I turn any of these into actual videos? Yeah. And then I pull it out on a Google Doc. I write down all those ideas and then I just kind of script it off from there.
Dude, that's hilarious. The comments are so funny on those.
I don't get how people can't understand sarcasm.
People think you're serious.
Yeah, they think I'm dead serious.
Yeah, even your fake podcast clips, I never see any comments saying it's fake.
I've had so many people threaten to call CPS on me.
What's CPS?
Child Protective Services.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, because I make videos about like, I think I said, I'm trying to think of one. One, I was like, here's how I'm going to teach my son not to smoke. And it was like, okay, we're going to hire, no. I think this is a better one. It was like, here's how I'm going to make my son a billionaire. And I basically said, we're going to hire 2 nannies to act as like we're going to pretend that those nannies are his parents.
Mhm.
And then when he's 8 years old, we're going to have those parents brutally die in a plane crash. And then I'm going to take over as the uncle.
Mm.
And then I'm going to basically raise him. And then he's going to get in the NBA because of his dead parents. And people were like, you're up. Like,
Oh my gosh. How do you even come up with that, dude? Do you use AI to script some of your
no,
stuff?
it just comes off the dome.
Dude.
Like I've tried using AI for them sometimes, and it came up with like 2 to 3 good ideas.
Yeah.
But it couldn't understand like my comedy.
Right.
I use ChatGPT a lot to kind of brainstorm. So for example, if I have a video where it's like, here's 3 ways to tell if your partner's cheating on you.
Yeah.
I would just go to ChatGPT. I'd be like, give me 30 things that women cheating on their boyfriends do. And then I would get that and I would just use that as ideas. But then I would spin it into kind of my own style of humor.
Yeah, I'm similar. For each guest, I'll throw them in ChatGPT, come up with 30 interesting questions. But usually I only use like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because most of them are terrible. I think it's just like the emotional side, like you're saying, it can't factor that in.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's just like such black and white questions.
Pretty much.
And those don't make good podcast questions, unfortunately.
Nope.
You acting in any movies soon?
Not soon. I literally just started. Man.
Okay.
I
Is that the goal though?
Yeah. So the end goal of everything is I basically just, I want to be like an A-list musician and an A-list actor.
Damn.
So that the way my social media is structured, I'm just basically showcasing my creativity and like my skills.
Yeah.
And then just have that slowly build over time.
Nice.
Like I know
smart.
it's I'm in it for the long game. I know it's going to take like years and years, but it's just slowly working up to there.
But you're doing the hard part first because they struggle to go viral, whereas you have that. You just need decent music.
Exactly.
Kind of like 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
How he blew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he went viral, but his music was mid, but like his virality just made him explode.
Yeah. Like one of the things I've just been spending a lot of time on is just learning how to produce music because like I can come up with lyrics already, but just like I don't have a producer to actually turn that into a good song.
Yeah.
So it's just learning how to do that
I
myself.
feel that. What genre are you aiming for?
Dude, literally anything besides country.
I hate country, so I'm with that. I don't get the hype with it, man. I don't know if it's because we didn't grow up in the South or something, but I don't get it.
I don't know.
I mean, Taylor Swift is decent, I guess, but other than that, I don't know.
She's got some bangers.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know any other country singers. I couldn't name 3.
Me neither. Lil Nas X.
Is he country?
No.
That dude's wild, man. A lot of these mainstream artists I can't listen to.
Yeah.
I think there's some programming going on, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, there's a deep rabbit hole we could go down there.
Yeah? Let's do it.
Are you into conspiracies?
A little bit.
So I think there's certain frequencies that really put you in a negative state of mind. And I think it's pretty prevalent in hip hop and rap.
Really? Why would they want to do that?
Just control. Just same thing with the news. Like, did you watch the news growing up?
A little bit. Not really though.
Okay. But the days you did you feel kind of negative?
Yeah.
Exactly. So
it's like scary.
Yeah, no, for real. Because I used to watch it and I would go to school like super negative and just like depressed.
Or I remember like in 2012 when there was that stuff going on with like North Korea.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd go to school every day scared that they knew
Exactly.
this.
They want to I think people out there want to program you in every way they can, whether it's music, news, social media.
Yeah, I think that's why I want to be able to do what I do. Like my whole goal with everything, like I say I want to be like an A-list musician and actor and all that. And like I do social media and stuff like that. My real goal is just to make people laugh and make people happy. Because I think growing up as a kid, like, I mean, there's a lot of, I'd say when I was growing up, I had a pretty easy childhood to start. So what I had to do is I had to kind of fabricate hardship. So what I would do is I would go to my high school and I would just run around a hill for hours on end. I think the most I did was like 300 laps, and that was like 42 miles. It took like 13 hours.
Oh my God.
But that's the type of shit I do as a kid until I was actually faced with hardship. So it's like after that point, I'd say like within the next year, I was dating a girl for like 3 years. First ever girlfriend, like we ended our relationship. So like that was hard for me. And then also my grandpa died right after that. Was like happening.
Yeah.
And then my dad died when I was 17.
Holy
so all hit in like a 3-month period. And then my uncle died right after that.
Holy. Is your family cursed or something, dude?
Bro,
like,
I think yeah. All that happened in like a 3-month period, and it was really depressing for me. Like I didn't know how to cope. The way I coped with it was just making jokes about it. Like if you scroll back on my TikTok, I was just joking about my dad all the time because I didn't know what to do, bro.
Was it super unexpected? Like,
bro, yeah, I walked into his dead body.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't have any medical condition?
No, I was 17. I just walk into his room one day and he's just dead.
Oh my God. Heart attack?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Dude, that's so traumatic. Holy.
Yeah. So
sorry you went through that, man. Jeez.
Life, bro.
Yeah. And then your uncle and your grandpa within 3 months. That is nuts, dude.
Yeah. So just figuring out a way to make people smile. Like, I think my mindset has got me through a lot of that.
Yeah.
Where I was still able to like have a positive outlook on life after that. Cause dude, most people kill themselves with that shit.
For sure. Walking in on that. Actually, Bradley Martin walked in on his dad, hung himself. I just found out, when he was a teenager, I believe. And he said he's still messed up from it.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Making people laugh though is a powerful thing. Theo Vaughn's blowing up. That dude's hilarious.
I love him.
Trevor Wallace, those guys are killing it. They got some of the biggest podcasts in the world right now. You ever think about starting your own show?
I was thinking about it. Nothing yet. I just like making the stuff I make, dude. It cracks me up, and then just seeing the people in the comments fight. It's fucking fun.
It sounds like you've got a really good balance on everything right now. Financially, mindset, health.
Yeah, I'd say I'm in a pretty good spot for my age. I work out a lot. I think I was really unstable for the past couple of years, and as of recently, things are just starting to flow.
Nice. Yeah, I saw you. Did you run the ultra marathon yet, or you want to run one?
I ran one.
You did?
That was the 40, or it wasn't like an official ultra marathon, but like when I used to run around the hills.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I ran a couple of those. So like the first 2 times it was like 28 miles, and then it was 42.
Dude, your mental resilience, because just to run around the hill, how long was the hill? Like half a mile?
It was literally just like a parking lot hill. I don't know. The whole thing's not like half a mile, but I did 300 laps.
Dude, I would have been so bored.
Yeah, it was boring. I had no music either.
You're actually insane,
yeah,
bro.
it was just me from like sunrise all the way to sunset.
Dude, you're actually insane. What's going through your head during that?
Bro, I was just like, I was trying to hum 50 Cent.
50 Cent, that's classic. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
Money Man, yeah. He's got some bangers. Dude. But you did that without any running experience? Like you weren't even...
Dude, because I read David Goggins and I was like, man, let me try this.
Dude, that's a dream guest of mine. I actually, if I see him, because he lives in Vegas,
really?
I'm going to be like, dude, if I can run with you and keep up the whole time, you got to come on my podcast.
Yeah.
Are you interested in coming on the Digital Social Hour podcast as a guest? Well, click the application link below in the description of this video. We are always looking for cool stories, cool entrepreneurs to talk to about business and life. Click the application link below, and here's the episode, guys.
And if he agrees, I'm doing it.
That'd be sick.
I mean, that'd be legendary. He runs like 50 miles though.
Yeah, that could be trouble.
Yeah, ultra marathons. But the fact that you did it without any training got me hyped up. I think I could do it.
Bro, you should try it.
I'm down.
It's going to you up for like the next day, but
yeah,
you're good.
And you're a big lifter too, right?
Yeah, I power lift. Fun. Yeah.
Power lift. So what's the difference between power lift and just regular people that lift?
I think powerlifting, you're really going for strength. Other people who lift, like they're trying to like look good and like that.
Yeah.
That's not really my main focus. My main focus is just like getting strong.
So it's just one set, like, and you're done, or is it like?
There's a lot of differences. I'm on something called like a DUP, which I don't really know. I think it stands for like daily undulation periodization. I don't know. You could look it up, but it's basically where you never go all out and you never like fully exert yourself. You just like scientifically get to a certain point, and then over time it builds up. I hired like a coach to teach me on powerlifting.
Okay, so you're big on diet and stuff too.
Yeah, dude. When I was in 8th grade, I used to weigh 120 pounds. And I was
holy, and you're tall.
Fuck. Yeah. So I was scrawny. And I remember I actually started getting into lifting because one day it was at the end of football practice. They were calling out the all-star team. Yeah. And I didn't make it. Even
the fact that you even played football at that height and weight is impressive to me.
Yeah, I didn't make the team, bro. 2 of the people were the coach's sons. So I was like, man.
What position were you?
I was tight end, defensive end.
Damn. Yeah, coach's son. I had to deal with a few of those playing basketball. That was too.
Yeah, bro. So I got on a 4,500 calorie diet in 8th grade.
Holy 8th grade, bro.
And then freshman year, so a year passes, and then I get to 225 pounds.
So you put on 100 pounds in a year?
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
just eating. That's
like a pound every 3 days.
It was terrible, dude. I definitely developed some like stomach problems.
Yeah, you probably have stretch marks too.
Oh yeah, I do. I got stretch marks on my arms. Not on my stomach anymore, but.
Wow. Damn. And you were lifting on top of that, so you were probably gaining a ton of muscle too.
Yeah.
That's impressive, man.
It was a fun experience.
What type of diet was it? Was it all meat, carnivore?
Dude, it was, so I would wake up and it would be an everything bagel with eggs, walnuts, and sliced bananas. And cream cheese. It was terrible.
So
I would throw, and then I found out I'm allergic to eggs after that.
No way.
Because I used to eat 4 eggs a day. I'm gonna keep going with the diet. So I ate that bagel. Then I would get to school. I would eat a protein bar and 2 hard-boiled eggs. And then for lunch, I would eat a pound of ground turkey, not a pound, 8 ounces of ground turkey with a cup of rice and then some broccoli. And then my next meal would basically just be 2 chicken breasts with some rice.
Oh my gosh.
And then I would get home and I would eat a bunch of random shit like cereal. It wasn't like super like healthy.
Yeah.
So it was like cereal, more oatmeal, some pancakes and like that.
Yeah.
But I was just doing anything to get to 4,500 calories.
Holy. You did that every day for a year.
Every day for a little over a year.
And then how did you become allergic to eggs?
I just started eating so much every single day that one day when I ate an egg, my stomach just started hurting. And my stomach hurt for probably like 2 weeks. And I was like, yo, let me just try not eating eggs. So I stopped eating eggs and then my stomach was fine.
Wow. So you probably developed like an intolerance because you were just pounding them.
Same thing happened with broccoli too, because I used to eat.
Any broccoli anymore?
No.
Dude, broccoli's fire though.
I know. I might try again soon. It happened with mushrooms too. I just overate a lot of stuff, bro.
Damn, mushrooms, dude, you're missing out.
I know. I'm going to try again.
Yeah. Eggs too, honestly. Eggs are good. But there's some interesting diets. People are eating raw. Have you seen that?
Like the liver?
Raw
stuff?
Meat. Yeah. Raw eggs, raw
I'm
milk.
try that. I feel like the risk isn't worth the reward.
I feel like it's not. I might try raw milk. I see a lot of people talking highly of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But raw meat, I don't know. I mean,
But like, what's the health benefit you even get from that?
people have different reasons, you know, but who knows? Liver King kind of fell off. So
Yeah. He was also on a bunch of juice. So
yeah, he got exposed. Did you know he was on juice from day one?
I mean,
Pretty obvious.
pretty
right?
obvious. Yeah.
He fooled a lot of people though.
Yeah. Well, just people that don't know. Like, it's hard to tell if you don't know anything about. Like, if you've never been on juice, like you're not gonna know if someone's on juice.
Oh, so you've been on it?
No, I haven't been on it, but I've been around people who have been.
Yeah.
So I understand. Like there are people who I think were like completely natural, like really high level athletes.
Yeah.
And I talked to my powerlifting coach. I was like, yo, like, how do I get to this? And he's like, I've talked to those people before. They went on cycles when they were 17 years old. I was like, oh.
And it still trickles down that many years later?
I don't know how that science stuff works, but I just know that like some of these people have been on it in the past. And then that was kind of like a building block for them.
Got it. One that gets heavily debated in comments is Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Do you think he's on it?
Bro, he says he isn't.
I know, right?
He's an actor. I
don't know, dude. It looks too hard. Maybe. I mean,
there are some people who are just like genetic
freaks.
Genetic freaks. Like, you know Russell Orhe?
No.
He's just one of the best powerlifters, and he's like a genetic freak, and he claims natural, does a bunch of testing and stuff.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, for my powerlifting coach, he said that like this guy went on a cycle when he was 17. And then it like leaves your bloodstream. So if you do a bunch of tests after that, like nothing shows up. It's like you don't know if these people maybe went on it when they were kids.
Yeah.
And then that built the base for them.
Yeah. And
then now if they go on any drug test today, like nothing's gonna show up.
That would make sense.
Because like they can die on that hill if they're the only one that know they were ever on a cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some secrets people take to the grave, right?
Yeah.
I'm not like that though. I'm pretty open.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever, because I don't even drink or smoke.
Wow.
Like I'm like super raw.
For your age, that's super rare.
Yeah. I've never done it once.
Oh, you never tried it?
No.
Holy crap.
So I think like if I don't do that, I'm never gonna do like a steroid.
Yeah.
Because I hate the fact that I would be doing something and knowing that it would screw up my future, like my health in the future.
Yeah, there's too many studies on how bad they are. I mean, people die in their 20s and 30s from it.
That's fucking
It's terrible. Do people that powerlift use steroids often? Are those allowed in the sport?
I'm not like a professional powerlifter, so like I don't compete. I literally just do it for fun.
Oh, okay.
I know there's like tested and untested divisions though.
Got it.
But there are some people who go into the tested divisions and then they go on cycles like before they actually get tested and then it wears off. So that is like a issue.
Heard fighters do that too.
Yeah.
Do you still collect Pokemon cards?
Bro, yeah.
Heavy?
I got a bunch.
You got some first gen stuff?
I haven't bought a bunch recently, but I have on my wall, I probably have like 20K worth of Pokemon cards. I got like not first edition Charizards, but I got Shadowless Charizards.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then I have 2 first edition PSA 10 Squirtles and then a bunch of
Damn.
a bunch of other first edition cards.
Dude, if I gave away my Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards in high school because
Everyone did, bro.
yeah, everyone did.
Everyone did.
And if I kept those, oh my God, I don't know what they'd be worth. A lot, dude. And they were cheap back then too.
Dude, if I could go back
Dollars.
in time, if I could go back in time and just buy a bunch.
Buy a bunch of those, buy some Bitcoin and just
Fuck
retire, right? I mean, I don't believe in retirement, but life would be a lot easier for sure.
Bro, yeah, I think it's the same with me because like I have more money than I know what to do with at my age. And I never want to stop working because I love what I'm doing. I think people say like money buys happiness. It's like, no, but like me having money doesn't make me happy because I've been to the point where I was making a bunch of money and I just hated my life.
Wow.
But the thing is, now that I've like restructured my mind, I know that having money buys me the time to allow me to do the things I love.
Facts.
Right. So like I run a business, but I don't do the things that I hate in those businesses. I only focus on the stuff I love, which is like the creative aspect. And I use my money to buy employees so that I can have more time to be creative.
That's awesome, man.
So money buys you the time to be happy. It doesn't directly make you happy.
The fact that you figured that out at 20 is insane, dude.
Yeah.
Because that takes, like you said, people in their 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
I mean, that is so cool, dude.
I wonder what my midlife crisis is going to be like.
Yeah, it's going to be maybe a quarter life crisis at the rate you're going.
Pretty much.
I mean, 20 years old, damn. You didn't even go to college, right?
Nope.
Did your parents want you to go?
Yes, they did a lot. My dad really wanted me to go to college. And I remember having this argument with them I remember vividly, I was sitting at my warehouse for when I was selling on Amazon, and I get a text from my mom, and she's like, "You need to come home now," because I had all Fs. She was like, "You need to get your grades up. Like, give me your car keys, all that stuff." My dad was like yelling at me through the text too, and I basically told them like, I don't want to go to college. And then I sent them screenshots of all because they didn't know how much money I was making selling on Amazon and eBay. Yeah. I sent them screenshots of my Amazon sales and my eBay sales, and they all just shut up after that. I was like, school doesn't teach me how to do this. Yeah. I'm not gonna spend time learning in my history class and trying to get my grade up there, trying to get my grade up in maths when people go to college to make money for the real world. I'm already making money for the real world. I don't see a point in me finishing school.
I love that. Yeah, numbers don't lie, right?
Yeah.
People do, but numbers don't. That famous quote. Yeah, similar with me. I dropped out of college, but I had sales first. And here's what people up on. They drop out with nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Have some revenue at least.
Yeah, bro. There's like people all the time that's like, oh, I'm going to drop out of college and make it big. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
have at least 6 figures in revenue, I'd say.
Yeah, you have nothing going on for you. Like, at least get started and try it, because who knows, in 2 weeks, you could try it for 2 weeks and be like, oh, I don't like doing this.
Yeah, and most people fail.
Yeah.
So you want to have at least a bit of a safety net if you're going to drop out.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, probably 95% of businesses fail.
Are you going to have kids?
Yeah, I want kids.
Are you going to put them through like normal schooling?
Hell no, dude. Yeah, we were talking about public school earlier. Definitely not. I mean, I think it's important for them to socialize. So I do want to put them in certain environments, but definitely not public school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you go to public school?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Really? How do you think, because like I went to public school too.
Yeah.
But obviously me and you were like way different than everyone else in public school.
Yeah.
How is that like, how do these people come out of public schools like this and not be tainted?
Yeah. So we were so different, but we tried so hard to fit in. I don't know if you did, but I did. And it just stunted my growth. You know what I mean? And I spent years just trying to fit in with the cool kids, and it was just such a waste of time, dude. Look at where they're at and look at where we're at.
How'd you realize that like fitting in wasn't the best?
I've realized way too late, dude. You probably realized sooner than me, but I realized after, dude. I was like, wow, these kids don't even hit me up. They were never my friends. Like, I spent years trying to be friends with them. They were just using me for my house to drink at and stuff. Damn. Did that happen to you too?
I feel it. Not the drinking part, but I feel like I was being used a lot. Yeah. It was like the moment where I started getting into entrepreneur, like after I started watching Gary Vee and started going to garage sales and stuff and making YouTube videos, I stopped going to parties and stuff. And then like after, like people would ask me to go out, I'd be like, oh no, man, it's cool. Like I'm just going to work today.
Yeah.
And then they would ask me another time and I'd be like, no, it's cool. And then after like about 2 times of them asking to go out, they just stopped asking you.
Yeah. That happened to me in college. So a bit later than you, but yeah, Gary Vee's the GOAT, dude. Yeah. He's coming on the pod in May.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going out to New York, but I grew up in Jersey. So he was like the GOAT. That's where he grew up. And I looked up to him heavy. That's how I started in entrepreneurship too.
I feel like he's made so many entrepreneurs.
Him, Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone. Yeah. They're just spawning them at this point, you know? And that's kind of how I think we're kind of the next generation, to be honest.
What's your goal with everything, digital social hour?
Changing the public education system for sure. I think just giving people new outlets and ideas from people like yourself making money that don't have 9-to-5s. That's probably the biggest thing, honestly, because school was a massive L.
What would you say? Like if someone wants to make 10K a month, what would you tell them to do today?
I'd say high ticket sales right now. That changes every year because stuff just evolves so quickly.
Yeah.
Last year would have been, or 2 years ago would have been NFTs. Year before, I don't know, it was hot last, AI maybe.
What do you think is going to be big in like 2 years from now?
It seems like with the new, what are those called? Apple Vision Pros, there could be some potential there. Be an app developer or something. It's hard to say, man. Stuff evolves so fast. Crypto this year might take over.
Yeah, those Vision Pros are sick. Do you
Sick,
have some?
dude. I tried it yesterday. I don't have it. My friend does. $4,000 though.
Yeah, that's pretty hefty.
Super hefty for most people, yeah. But yeah, you have any crypto? What do you invest in?
Dude, I just invest in myself. Like I used to be a big stocks guy. But like recently I just pulled all my money out of stocks and just invested it in courses. And
I feel that.
Getting mentors. I think like when I just look at the data, it's like, okay, I can put my money into stocks and make 10% each year, right? I don't know the exact numbers. Or I could just invest that money into learning a new skill and be able to make double what I make right now.
I feel that. Yeah, investing in yourself is always the best. Stocks are too slow for me.
Yeah.
And that I know that might sound weird to people, but 10% a year just doesn't do anything for with me at all. Like if I made an extra 100K a year, it doesn't matter.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. People talk a lot about investing in different things and stuff, but I just invest in myself like you. I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just listen to a lot of Hormozy. I don't know if it's him just influencing me, but you know.
You gonna get him on?
Yeah, that's the GOAT right there in Vegas. He just got a huge facility. Have you met him yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah, him and Layla. That's a couple goals right there, man.
Yeah.
You dating right now?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah. Entrepreneur?
No, not really, but she's I think she keeps me grounded because it's like she has a really high work ethic.
Okay.
And I do too. So she understands like if I'm working until 3 a.m., like she gets that. Like in the past, if I was working to 3 a.m., I would just get yelled at.
Huge fight. Yeah.
Exes. Yeah.
That was me the first couple years of my relationship too.
Yeah.
But now we've established some good boundaries. It's tough dating an entrepreneur though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really tough. I mean, you probably travel a lot.
Yeah.
Right. You're working random hours, getting calls at 1 a.m. sometimes. So I see it from their point of view because they want that stability. But our lifestyle is just so all over the place.
Yeah. Slowly getting stable.
Yeah. What's your circle like, friend group wise?
Nothing, bro. Literally, the person I talk to most is Jeremy.
That's hilarious.
Jeremy Minor.
So you don't have any friends?
Not really, man.
Dude, talk to me about that mentally. Like, what's that like?
Dude, sometimes it takes a toll on me, and it used to take a toll on me a lot, like towards the end of high school. But I just keep my coping mechanism is telling myself, like, this is the price you have to pay to be successful. Like, I could go to parties and like get people to hang out with, and have them be like acquaintances, but they don't really with me deep down. Like, we don't have the same struggles.
Wow.
Like, if I go to a party and like meet up with a guy and like we hang out and like bond over something, like, okay, yeah, that's cool, but they, on a daily basis, they don't understand the stuff I'm going through.
Yeah.
And they're never going to. Like, the only people who understand the stuff I'm going through are the people that, you know, sadly are like 40 years old because they're running businesses and they're like the entrepreneurs, and we face the same struggles.
Wow, that's deep. And you're also you're not really in an entrepreneur town, right?
Not at all, no.
Yeah. Do you plan on moving there or moving out of there?
I don't know where I'm going yet. I'm definitely getting screwed over by California taxes, but
Puerto Rico, baby.
I don't know about that, bro.
Nah, that's not worth the sacrifice. I know people that are miserable there.
I always was thinking about like moving to somewhere with less taxes so I could save more money. But then I watched a Hormozy video and he was basically breaking down the math of it. And it's like, okay, if I live in California, I pay like an extra 10% in taxes, but I get all of these benefits. And it's like, if you look at it at the end of your life, it's only like a $3 million difference.
Yeah.
Over everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that really worth it to live in a place you don't really want to live?
Interesting. I agree with that, but there are places with no state tax that are awesome to live at. So I'll say that. But yeah, if you're going to move to Puerto Rico, hell no.
Yeah. Like if there's a place I want to move to, I'll move to it.
Yeah. I'd say Vegas is solid. Miami, Austin, I've heard is decent. Those are probably the top 3 state-free taxes, in my opinion. I don't know if
you get screwed over in Texas. You get screwed over with property tax, though.
I didn't know that.
You got a high property tax.
What are your thoughts on like owning a house versus the nomad lifestyle of renting?
Well, I have a mortgage right now.
So you bought a house?
No. So when my dad died, I basically just took over the mortgage.
Oh, got it.
So like I just started paying it and then my family still lives there with me, like my mom and my sister. And I just kind of pay that off for them
Yeah.
every single month, and I just live there.
I feel that.
But whenever I want to move, I can just like I have enough money to rent out another place, so
Yeah.
I can just go wherever I want.
Dude, I like the nomad lifestyle. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's because I don't have kids yet, but I wouldn't mind living in a new city every 2-3 years.
I was about to. So right when my dad died, he was actually building out a camper van to live in because he was going to sell our house and then just live in a van.
That's crazy.
But he died and the van wasn't finished. It was just fully gutted out. So for the next 6 months, I actually recorded all this too. I just built out the van. I put in a bed. I put in a toilet. I put in a fridge, a sink, a stove.
Damn, you did all that yourself?
Yeah, I built out the whole van myself.
Damn, you're good with your hands, man.
Yeah. Electrical and everything, bro.
Wow.
So I built it out, and my plan was, because I wasn't making that much money, my plan was to be living in that until I was making a good amount of money from my Amazon store, because that's what I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
So I was literally just building out this van, and my plan was just to drive around America in it. But then I started making money from the social media stuff, and I was like, you know what? I can afford this mortgage.
So you put it to the side for now.
Let me just sell this van. I don't need.
Damn. So you sold it?
I sold it. Yeah.
Your dad's dream right there, man.
Recently. Well, I was like, I feel like it was a midlife crisis.
I feel that.
Where he did that.
Yeah. I mean, you went through some crazy shit too yourself. Yeah. Do you travel like a lot? Is that something you were passionate about though?
I just started traveling like in the past year, man.
Okay.
And it was only for business because I've never like gone to a place because I wanted to see the place.
Wow. So no vacations
Never.
your whole life?
No, I haven't even been on the East Coast, bro. I've only been to Miami's like the furthest east I've been.
I would consider that East Coast, but yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah. So
Damn.
I'm definitely going to visit a lot more places, but like just for business. And then
just for business. So you don't have any plans
I'm never going to like map out a place to go to just to have fun.
with your girl, like a one-on-one?
I mean, I might like in the future, but like it's just not on my mind right
You're
now.
in grind mode right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever think growing up you'd make this much money?
No, dude. I did not. I really did not. Because I grew up and I wanted to be a football player.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, football players make good money, right?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to be a football player, was like, oh, I see these football players making millions. Let me try super hard. And like my first 2 years of high school, I had a 4.3 GPA.
Damn.
And I was grinding. And then I started selling on Amazon. I was like, hold on, bro. I'm 16 years old. I made $200K this year. Why am I still trying to do football? Especially after all like the CTE stuff.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to die at 50.
Did you get some concussions?
Oh yeah, I got fucked
Damn.
up. So I stopped playing football, or I still played football until the end of high school, but I kind of like ended the dream of going to NFL because I didn't want to get hurt. And it was like, I was already making money. I didn't see a point in it anymore.
What a crazy journey. 4.3 the first 2 years and then straight Fs the last 2. I could see why your parents were freaking out.
Yeah. It was a big shift. It was a big shift. They thought everything was, thought I was going to be a golden boy.
Damn. Talk to me about family trying to come at you for money and stuff. Any cousins reach out and stuff?
Not yet. My grandma was really hard on me about it.
Okay.
But she's like, she jokes. She always jokes that she used to raise me because like for the first couple of years of my life, I lived in Oakland with my grandma, and she kind of raised me there. So every time I see her now, she's like, "Where's my money?" She's Filipino, so she has like an accent.
Oh, you're Filipino?
Yeah, I'm half.
I can't even see that.
I know, bro.
What's the other half?
Just like some white, like French, Irish.
You gotta take a 23andMe test.
I don't know. I need to.
Yeah, that was actually interesting. I took one. Tells you your health problems too.
What are you?
Guess.
I think a little bit of Chinese.
Yeah.
Is there
Nice.
Cantonese in there?
No,
Is that the same thing?
I don't know. I've heard of it, but couldn't tell you where that is.
Damn.
Yeah, we're good. Half Chinese, half Irish.
Irish.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I get the hype from. Sean Kelly, very Irish name.
That is sick.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's been fun. Where can people find you?
Yeah, find me on social media at AUTSYN or just Austyn Crispell. Again, Austyn with a Y.
Boom. Link it in the video below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.